Direct Talk. This is Frank Lloyd Mamaril, and this is Direct Talk. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of my podcast. I'm Frank Lloyd Mamaril, and this is FLM Trips Direct Talk. Thank you so much for being here today, tonight, this afternoon, this evening. Depends on what hour you are listening tonight, today. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, this is my first episode. My first episode in which I will just be introducing myself to you guys. So yeah. Are you guys ready for it? Okay. So I am Frank Lloyd Mamaril and I am a freelance TV, event, video, and concert director based here in Manila, Philippines. And yeah, I just really love what I do, and I just really want to share more about my craft and about what I want to do in this entertainment business. So yeah, it's been 12 years since I've started working, and so far so good. I love my experiences so far, and yeah, super. I love what I'm doing, and I hope to do it in more years to come. It's really weird that I'm really just talking to myself right now. It's my first time doing podcasts like this, but I usually do like whole karaoke sessions, which is like I just sing online and yeah, sing my heart out the whole evening. I don't even care if someone's listening or not uh, when I sing. And yeah, I just thought that I just wanted to create this podcast, this simple way of just talking to the outside world, to you, especially you, the one who's listening now. So yeah, so let's start with my humble beginnings. So I graduated college 2006, 2006 from the University of Santo Tomas, and I finished a Bachelor of Arts degree in Communication Arts. So shout out to the people who have graduated to the Pontifical Royal and Catholic University of the Philippines, the University of Santo Tomas. Go Azte. So yeah, I graduated 2006 and landed my first job. Well, I don't know how to quantify because my first job was in two companies right away. Can you believe it, guys? I started out as a promo producer in Studio 23. So Studio 23 is a channel of ABS-CBN. And yeah, I started out as a promo producer. So I create commercials for TV shows in that channel. And at the same time, I also landed a job as a segment producer for It's a Guy Thing on Studio 23. Isn't that actually it's a coincidence. I'm working for the channel and I'm also working for a production house that produces shows for that channel as well. So yeah, that's where I learned some of the ropes of editing, of being in production and producing in general. While while being a promo producer in Studio 23, taught me how to write concise, short, and uh, meaningful commercials. So if you guys notice like the commercials for shows, like let's say if you're showing, I don't know, like Superman on Studio 23, I create the text and the voiceovers and the footage that I will be using just to create a 30-second ad just to tell you guys what's going to happen in the next episode. It's really like it was really a fun job. I did enjoy it. And at the same time, I was also working as a segment producer for It's a Guy Thing. It's a male oriented show for Studio 23. And man, that's where I learned how well the ropes in shooting And my God, I had to learn it all by myself. Of course, they taught us how to edit in college. Of course, they taught us how to write and write scripts, edit and shoot. But when you're on the field, it's a different story altogether, you know? I mean, you're working with professionals now. And I would remember my first day of editing in that production house. I had no idea what the process was like. And I didn't know that when you're a producer, you do everything. You write, you shoot, you edit, and you make sure that your video or your segment is ready when the director needs to preview it or to see it. So that's where I learned my first, well, my first show was It's a Guy Thing. And then moving forward, um, did you guys know? Well, here's the trivia. A trivia that not most people know. 6 months in working for Studio 23, I'd like to say that I got eliminated. I don't know what's the perfect word for it. I got eliminated 6 months in. And I could remember that the reason that I got eliminated was because I wasn't really uh, doing the quality that the channel was expecting of me. And I was devastated. And it was my dream job. I mean, when I was in when I was in college, I would really dream of working for the largest network in the Philippines, and that's ABS-CBN. And to work for Studio 23, it's kind of like their other channel that's more, I don't know how do you say it, social. 6 months in, I got fired. Well, looking back, when I got the news, I really cried. I did. I cried so hard. I remember when I got the news, I would cry I would cry next to my colleagues and tell them, why me? I mean, I was doing my very best to actually do the job, and I've been learning a lot, and all the sleepless nights and all the long hours at work, and then suddenly it crashes upon you that you're not going to continue your job. Well, because of that, I actually became more, well, I wanted to prove to the people that did not believe in me that I could actually be better. Or it's not like a revenge, but it's more of a challenge to myself that I have to be better and I have to move on. And so because I got the news that I will be eliminated in 2 weeks, that's the time that I had to look for a new job. Well, of course, I was still continuing my job as a segment producer for the show. It's just that for the channel, as a promo producer, it had to end real quick. But then I had 2 weeks left before all of the resources that's given to me during that 6 month stint will all disappear. So what I did is I emailed the other units in the channel and the company, and apparently someone took a chance on me. And then I landed my second job, which is still a producer, a promo producer for Cinema One. So Cinema One is then the number one cable channel in the Philippines, which shows a lot of Filipino movies and foreign ones as well. And I think I've worked there for almost 7 years. No, not really seven. No, I think five. Yeah, I did 5 years of producing for Cinema One, and I had the best time. I had, well, yeah, I really did have the best time of my life working for that channel because I found friends. I found people who believed in the talent that I have, and I found people who would would really train me to become who I am today. Well, cheesy as it may sound, but it's the truth. So yeah, so I work for Cinema One as a promo producer as well. So I met a lot of people, and soon I got to, because they they saw my potential. I actually directed some of the spiels of the host as they intro the next movie. So I got to try directing those uh those spiels, and at the same time I also got to produce like trailers for movies, which is really fun. I really loved that job when I was in Cinema One. Hence, um, a year and a half in, things things changed for the better, because one, I got another job from being a segment producer for It's a Guy thing on Studio 23. I now was promoted. Ooh, that's my dog. And now I just got promoted to my first directorial stint as a director of a business show. So the business show is called Go Negosyo. I think it's still, well, the campaign is still there, Go Negosyo. So I think I did the second season because my first director, which is my mentor now, Alea Liporo, um, she got pregnant, and I was one of the segment producers that's still there, and I was just at the right place at the right time, and yeah, I was promoted as director. So that's when things changed. And at the same time, I also landed a job in De La Salle College of St. Benilde. I started to teach. Who would have thought that this this dreamer like me would get to teach in a university like De La Salle College of St. Benilde, technical courses. I taught multimedia arts students, production, editing, and graphics design. And so while I was directing the TV show, I was also teaching in the college, and I would remember my schedule would be so erratic. I was working from Mondays to Saturdays, and my classes would be like from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and then I would have to go to work on Cinema One and finish my work at 8 p.m. or even more, or even late night, and then just to go to the next day to my next class. So yeah, and that went on for 5 years in De La Salle of College of St. Benilde. And the moment I got my loyalty award for 5 years, I told myself that I didn't realize that it was that long that I was teaching, and it was really fun. I mean, I met a lot of students, good ones, and also not so good ones, but they come in batches. I always say this: they come in batches, but once you found like the best batch, or not really the best, but the batch that you can work with, you're all set. Like actually, while I was teaching, I was actually training people to be part of my team, and they were my students before. And I think I had like 5 7 students who became part of my team, um, because I taught in their school. And the students from the College of St. Benilde were really technical people. They really know. I really loved the curriculum when I was there. So I really loved it. But things, well, changed again when, of course, because I didn't have my master's degree, I came in to teach because of my experience and just working for the network and working for a TV show and all. So there. So 5 years in, and then afterwards in ABS, I got promoted again. This time I became the creative head, ABS-CBN, I mean, ABS-CBN Publishing Special Projects Head. So I got to do a lot of videos for ABS-CBN Publishing, and that landed me a job to actually travel because of that promotion and because of the things uh, that I had to do ABS-CBN made me travel to Europe, to America, to Asia, and man, because of the job, and I was really so lucky. It was the best time of my life because this time a lot of people are now actually trusting me that I could actually do something, and I'm really thankful for all my mentors and for all the people who believed in me. And yeah, so while I was teaching, I was traveling, I was producing, and yeah, I mean, come to think of it, I really had the best time of my life working for ABS-CBN. And then there came a time wherein I was looking for something more. I was looking for something that would make my career more vibrant, so to speak, or to make what's next for me. Because what's weird is, ever since I was in college, I really knew that I wanted to be a director. But then 2 years in after working, 2, 3 years after working, I've already achieved it. And I was afraid that it was too early for me. And I don't know what was next. And I would remember when people ask me, how young was I when I directed? I told them I was like 23. I think I started directing when I was in 23 years old, and that's quite young. And what I'm getting at is, because of my experience in ABS-CBN and in publishing and in cable, it led me to think that maybe I should put up my own business. Hence, after 12 years of working for that company, for ABS-CBN, I decided to put up my own company, which is now FLM Creatives and Productions Inc. Shameless plug. So yeah, I started my own production company producing TV shows for the same channel and some events also from outside, which is a good thing. I mean, I didn't realize that because of the connections that I had in the network, I could actually use it to get clients outside and earn more. But money wasn't actually my goal and why I wanted to put up the company. It was really a career move for me because I wanted to know what's next for me after directing. So then came this, the company. And so I'm really happy that the company now, FLM Creatives and Production Sync, is now more than 5 years, and it's been producing TV shows, concerts, and whatnot. Uh, and I'm just really so proud of the team and so proud of where it has led me. And 3 years ago, I just started directing concerts 3, 4 years ago because a lot more people believed in what I could do. And I'm just really thankful for the people who believed in me. And every time I would look back on my humble beginnings and how I started, it was really a long way. And I'm telling this to you guys because I wanted to teach the young people also to dream big, and at the same time to to follow the process and to wait for your turn because it will really come. That's what I learned from all of these experiences, that your time will come. And for me, I'd like to believe that it did come and it's still coming until now. Until now, that's why I actually decided to put up this podcast, because I really want to inspire more of the people like me, more young people out there who would also like to get into what I do, directing or TV production or video production, that you too can actually do it. All you have to do is just to have uh, a lot of courage and a lot of luck and a lot of, well, good attitude, and you will really get to where you want to be. Now, this podcast, I really wanted to start it because I want to put my voice into good use. Literally. Well, I also sing, guys, but I won't sing in the podcast, I really promise. Let's leave that to my home yoga sessions, which you can also watch on my Facebook page, by the way. Um, the podcast that I'm going to do is I wanted to interview more people, their success stories, and how they got into the business, the entertainment industry, the events industry, the TV production industry, everything production. I want to interview and also inspire. And I'd also like to do a lot of talking and a lot of maybe a lot of also like hacks, production hacks, and also a lot of workshops, short workshops on directing, on shooting or editing or whatnot. I just really want to talk. I just really want. Well, actually, since I taught college students, I still have all of my lectures with me, and I just really want to share it with everyone who's watching this podcast right now. And yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy the content that I'll be putting out there, and I hope you support um, you support me in the coming episodes. This is kind of raw for me. This is kind of raw, but I'm really excited and I can't wait for the next episode. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to me and this whole 21 minutes of just talking to you guys. I'm getting into the groove already of doing podcasts. Um, yeah, so if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, it's called FLM Trips. That's FLM Trips on YouTube. You can also catch me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And yeah, I also have a profile website. It's called www.frankloydmamaril.com. So there you have it. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I hope to see you guys on the next episode. Please listen up. Come on. Let's do this. This is FLM Trips, and this is Direct Talk. Direct Talk. This is Frank Lloyd Mamaril, and this is Direct Talk.